Yo, what's up, Shane Shane? Hey, Nephis, is AOC worth candy in 2026? This shit's gonna be so crazy to review, dude. Oh my god. Oh, I'm just like pulling some stuff up so we can talk about it. Because there's so much to talk about, and there's so many people talking about different things, and it's hard to like look through all the noise and figure out what the hell's going on, bro. So that's what we're gonna try to do today, honestly. Fucking... I love that someone made this already. It's so good. This shit's crazy, dude. Like, god damn. What's up, Silver Fox? How are you, man? Uh, Release the Steven files. Oh my god. What's up, my guy? Just heard about news about AOC yesterday. We're gonna be going over all of it today. This shit's crazy, all right? Because it just like happened just like that. All right, 9 to 10 years of what work and development, community building, gone, just like that in less than like what, a minute. That shit's crazy to me, you know. Another early access scam with a wheeler. Okay, but that's not the thing. It wasn't just the early access. Like, a lot of people are focusing on the early access because a lot more people are on Steam, right? But this was like, this is spanning fucking a decade. You know what I mean? Sir, a second shutdown has hit a second MMO. That's so good, Cobb. I'm just setting up some shit. I'm just trying to make this chronological, okay? Alright. Just give me a moment while I, you know, take care of this shit. Oh my god. I don't even know. Okay, yeah, I think that's the right chronological order. Okay. Oh, I already have that. This shit's going crazy. It's freaked the fuck out, bro. Thank God I didn't invest back in 2013. Narc. Okay, wait. Yeah, so the financial shit. This was so crazy to witness real time. Bro, are you guys still in the official Ashes Discord? It's still going, bro. Okay, let me explain also real quick about the timeout. Not timeout. Oh, dude, that's so fucked up. Look at the former community manager's profile status. Heartbroken. Oh god damn, dude, that's so fucked up. Okay, but here's the thing. You know how there's like a 30-minute slow mode on this shit, and you know I don't know. Like I gotta think about whether I can show the NDA channel or shit from the NDA, but I don't think it matters. But you know the 30-minute slow mode? Someone turned it on, and then they took away, apparently, according to a moderator, they took away the moderator's ability to remove slow mode. So, you know what I mean? Like, what the? So the moderators are in the dark. Moderators can't do anything about the slow mode, apparently. I don't know if that's like true, but that's what one of them claimed. If it is true, that's crazy. What, the company doesn't exist? Well, no, it exists. It's just being pieced apart. You know what I mean? But we'll go over all that. Just give me like a few more minutes to set more things up for the stream. God damn, dude. I feel so bad for not even just the developers who put like years of work into this, you know, MMO, but also the people who like really believed in it, bro. Like, including, you know, ourselves, right? But there's also people who've like sold or helped sell this game. I think one person said they had like 200 referrals. I'm just like, oh, that shit, you know. And then just, you know, there's people who'd spend like thousands of dollars on not just the Kickstarter, but like everything else, right? You have people who spend like $2,000. You have people who spend $1,000. You have people who spend, you know, a more modest $250, right? So it is kind of crazy. Technically, Margaret should be able to turn it off. She still does have the admin role, but I don't think she even wants to look at the fucking server. And, you know, a lot of people are paying her and shit. But, I mean, if I were her, I wouldn't want anything to do with the server. I don't know if she's still in there. There's so much happening in the world, including this. Oh, God. Did this be Chronicles of Illyria? Well, I think it's a little different from Chronicles of Illyria. Chronicles of Illyria never fucking, like, did anything close to, like, launching, right? Well, we have a lot to talk about, but yeah, I think we're pretty much sorted. One turn against another. Wait, what is this? You're still playing ESO, enjoying it. Good for you. People complain about being trash and buggy. Ash was terrible, yet it was still hyped up. Yeah, one turn against another. That's basically it. I don't think that's the brag that you think it is. Absolute goldmine of content for Kira TV, however, true. I mean, this is a goldmine of content for years to come, honestly, if you're into finance, tech, the MMO space, or whatever's left of the MMO space, right? What the fuck? Ah, shit. But there's more info coming out. And I don't know what to say, bro. Like, it's crazy. At first, I thought it was like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Yo, what's up, Kane? How are you, man? shit. Where's that? Where is it? Here it is. There were so many red flags the whole time. The only thing that was surprising was the timing. I think a lot of people were willing to overlook a couple of red flags, but I think more and more red flags are reappearing or surfacing even more because it's all starting to kind of fit together now within the context of what the fuck's happening. He was sick. I don't believe it. He also never mentioned the board. He is the board. Okay, well, yeah, let's go over all that right now, bro. All right. Things are crazy right now in the world. China wants Taiwan. Japan's rearming. Germany is rearming. Fucking America kidnapped a Venezuelan president. But what's even crazier now, this is obviously a joke, is the total shutdown of Ashes of Creation, okay? I'm going to go over the entire chronology up until this point, at least from my perspective, okay? So yesterday, I was just chilling, and then I see this tweet from Margaret Cron, who is like one of the public faces of Ashes Creation. She's the community. She's like the lead community manager, right? And she's been with them since almost day one. Here's what she said. Okay, well, this chapter has come to a close. My time at Intrepid Studios has officially ended. To the Ashes of Creation community, you are some of the most passionate, dedicated players I've ever seen in this industry. I genuinely wish I could have done more for you. I gave everything I had. And at this point, I'm just like, what the hell's going on? Did she get fired for something? Like, did she get laid off? Right? And I asked one last favor of you. Please be kind to developers. We are people who have families who have just lost their jobs after pouring our hearts and souls into Ashes of Creation. Oh shit. It's not just her. They're laying off more people. Is it what happened? To my incredible game services team, you're an absolute AAA team, talented, kind, collaborative, and genuinely good people. Okay,
no,
and then
Memphis, yo bitch ass, you're next.
Yes, of course. We obviously can't ignore the Epstein files, right? And thanks for the follow, Mama Styles. But let's keep going. As for how this all ended, I don't really have the words. It wasn't what I expected, but I'm holding on to the good because there was so much of it. I'm like, as for how this all ended, well, what the hell is going on? So just imagine being me reading this, and I'm like, kind of stunned because you just laid off like the most one of the most public facing people for your product. That's abnormal. That doesn't happen just out of nowhere. So she's looking for a job. All right. And then it turns out, at least on LinkedIn, there's people talking about this, right? Someone commented on her post and said, terrible to hear. I hope we can get some context on what happened to this very promising project. Best wishes for you and your new quest. And then Margaret says, everyone, keyword, everyone was part of a layoff. It's awful. And we continue. And there's mayhem. And there's still mayhem right now, by the way. If you're in the Ashes of Creation official server for Discord, it's wild. Everyone's going ballistic. I'm in the NDA content creator channel, and I think initially there was some copium and hopium, like, oh, you know, it's whatever, you know, people are just being, you know, doomsayers. And then I think progressively people started understanding what the hell is going on, even in that channel. I'm not sure if I can even share that, but technically, again, we'll just kind of go over it. So Steven actually made a post in this Discord server, in the official Discord server, not as an announcement. You won't find it in the announcements channel. You won't find it in the news channel. You won't really find it in any like official capacity. You'll just see it in the general Alpha 2 channel. And he wrote this, okay? I can make a limited statement in my personal capacity and not on behalf of the company regarding the situation. Excuse me? Control of the company shifted away from me, and the Capital Board began directing actions that I could not ethically agree with or carry out. As a result, I chose to resign in protest rather than lend my name or authority to decisions I could not ethically support. Following my resignation, much of the senior leadership team resigned. Following those departures, the board made the decision to issue WARN Act notices and proceed with a mass layoff. I cannot responsibly speak to further details at this time due to ongoing legal and governance matters. What I can say is that the developers and staff acted in good faith and deserved better than the uncertainty they are now facing. I am incredibly dismayed by the situation. Stephen Sheriff. By the way, there is a great copy pasta you guys can copy in our server. It actually got me timed out, by the way, in the official server for whatever reason. But yeah, I got timed out for like an hour last night because I posted the emojified copy pasta of his statement. But this is ridiculous, right? So he's saying he lost control of the company somehow, and that there is suddenly a board. When in the past, this guy said things like this: I think as a player, there are two main aspects of Ashes that has some people excited. First, what we are making, basically risk versus reward. Not everyone is a winner. A world that develops around the player, no pay to win, no quality of life items, massive open world, and emphasis on social and community driven systems. Second, who we are. We aren't governed by greedy corporate overlords. I'm funding the project. This is 4 years ago, by the way. I'm funding the project, so no investors or a board to answer to, no publishers to appease. We speak with and not to our community. We actually listen to feedback and value and respect our players. Now, some of you who are more familiar with how the company setup is, the board is really just him, and I don't know if it's true or not, and there's a chat saying it right now on the stream, him and his husband. Okay, that's officially the board. So there was a lot of confusion in the Discord, as you can imagine. Like, people were like, what the hell does this even mean? So wait, the guy, the visionary, the founder of this whole thing is resigning. But not only that, everyone else who has helped bring this vision to life, almost, is also resigning. But then there's also conflicting things. Remember that post from Margaret saying everyone was part of a layoff. Layoff does not equate to resignation, okay? When you resign, you're not being laid off. You're just saying, I quit. So there were conflicting reports about, did they resign with him in solidarity, or were they fired? And the truth gets a little darker. Not only were they laid off, but apparently a lot of them, or probably all of them at this point, did not receive their payroll, did not receive their pay, okay? Their benefits are gone. Everything is gone. Nothing is going to them. It's gone. So, I mean, why stay at a company that, one, doesn't seemingly exist, and two, isn't paying you, isn't giving you your benefits or health insurance? Like, what's going on here, dude? And a lot of people were furious and were like starting to feel, obviously, and validly so, afraid. And they started pinging moderators in the Discord server. And I was keeping up with the chat as much as I could. And one of the moderators, Ren, replied, bro, we don't know what's going on, same as you. Just what I'm reading from others out there. So they left the moderators of the Discord server in the dark. Which, I mean, that is not only... I don't even know where to start. This is like a huge PR mess. Okay, and apparently someone enabled slow mode, 30 minutes of slow mode on the General Alpha 2 channel. Okay, it's still there. And apparently, according to one mod, I don't know if it's true, but a moderator said it, somebody removed the moderator's ability to remove the timeout. So there's someone still kind of caring about the, I guess, I don't know, integrity of that Discord server. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's in the dark. And then you start seeing people take screenshots of the in-game chat. I don't know if you can't really see it on the stream, but it basically says from the system chat, all right? The system is sending a message to people online in the game still, in Ashes of Creation. Here's what it says. We truly did our best. Out of our control. You guys are incredible. And keep on keeping on. So devs were logging into the game and telling everybody, hey, we're so fucking sorry. And then, I really feel bad for the developers. Like, they have no idea what the fuck's going on. Right. No one knew. I'm really, really sorry this is happening. We tried our best. All right. So at this point, everyone's just like, all right, guys, it's over. Freak the fuck out. Uninstall everything. Narc was right. It's fucking over. So what the fuck's going on? So I'm going to share with you some things other content creators have been sharing. And there's some things also from the NDA chat that people are leaking anyway already at this point. So I'm going to go over with them with you as to why this is happening. Apparently, and this is public, there is somebody called Karen. Yes, I know. Somebody called Karen L. Borrego. Okay. Filed a claim against Stephen Sheriff. It's all here. Legal documents. Okay. State of California, UCC financing document, or sorry, statement. Okay. And what's interesting is this Karen person, it has a company called Vema. I think Vema had like legal issues back in the day, I think with the FDA or something, over like dietary supplements. Apparently, like it was a pyramid scheme and shit like that. Dietary supplement product didn't work out. Stephen Sheriff was linked to some of the MLMs and the pyramid schemes that people pointed out, but people were kind of glossing over that because they were like, "Oh, he became a millionaire because of all those pyramid schemes and MLMs," and so he's funding the game with that money, so it's okay. We forgive him. So that was kind of the thought process of a lot of people, it seems. So it says here in the document, all assets of the debtor. By the way, the debtor isn't just the personal being of Stephen Sheriff, but also Intrepid Studios. Okay? Basically, this means he took a lien out on the company, a lien. Okay? He took out loans against the company to fund the development. And what this is saying, for those of you not familiar with the lingo, is this guy's not paying his loan back in timely manner. So all the assets of this dude and whatever the company owns, all right, should be now going towards Miss Karen L. Borrego. Okay. Also included are all accounts receivable, payment intangibles, general intangibles, contract rights, customer list, player data. So, there's probably not much money left in from, the development cost. So this Karen person could, if this goes through, could sell player data maybe for some moolah. Okay, user metrics, email list, data analytics, advertising revenue, digital wallets, payment processor accounts, including Stripe, PayPal, Apple, Google, and other platforms, royalties, subscription revenue, and all proceeds thereof. And because, it was also for Intrepid Studios, they have to list all the intellectual property and all that. So this guy apparently took out a loan on this company. Not very smart, because, in some ways, it could be, if you could pay it back. But obviously, they weren't making that much revenue. And it's all starting to, fit together. Because I was also really confused as a creator that they invited to their creator program, the Intrepid Studios creator program. And they were telling us, we're going to do a Steam early access launch. My first thought was, really? Now? Why? All you're going to do is put a very unfinished product out there. Yes, it's made strides. Yes, it's made progress. You're just going to put an unfinished product on Steam as early access, and you're just going to get lambasted by the Steam reviews, bro. Most gamers want to see a semblance of a finished product. And Alpha 2 is not it. You're going to get bomb reviewed on Steam. You might get a short surge in terms of monetary gain, but you might be trading off your reputation as well in the short term. So I was really confused. I was like, why are they doing a Steam early access launch? And this is kind of making sense. If he could not pay back the lender, all right, they have to do something. He has to get money somehow. And apparently being a millionaire from doing pyramid schemes is not enough money, okay? I don't know what this guy was smoking, because I was kind of skeptical too when people were saying, years ago, oh, this guy's gonna fund it all. I'm just like, I don't know about that. And I was like, okay, maybe the Kickstarter could work. Maybe if you got more investors or a publisher in, it could work. But this guy was very adamant against that. So I was like, okay, well, maybe he's got some family money too. And apparently his mom had some wealthy connections. Okay, let's kind of suspend our disbelief and go with that, okay? It gets worse, all right? You might be thinking to yourself, oh, this Steven guy, he just rug pulled all of us. Not because he wanted to, though. It gets worse. It gets even worse than this satanic deal with Karen. Not only did this guy apparently take a lien out on Intrepid Studios, but this Steven guy took out like 14 loans. 14 loans on Intrepid Studios. 14. What the? Do you understand what that means, chat? Do you understand what that means? He took out 14 fucking loans on Intrepid Studios. 14 liens, brother, sister. 14. So he not only can he not pay back one lender, he can't pay back 13 others. Or rather, if he is paying back that, if you're paying back that much, where's that money coming from? And there's like people, money's not limitless for things like this, okay? This is not a Y Combinator or, venture capitalist tech startup, okay? This is a fucking MMO. Bro tried to build an MMO on Klarna. I mean, that is kind of where things are. I mean, the financial mismanagement, the information coming out about this, whether it's true or not, kind of really matches the whole picture of what's happening. Why this guy just ditched his life's passion, right? He just kind of said, okay, this mysterious board, I can't agree with it. I'm out, bro. Turns out he can't fucking pay back 14 or so loans or less. I don't know how many loans there could have been. Who knows? But yeah, that's what's going on. It got worse from there, chat. Okay, because you know why? Because when you're taking out all these loans, like for example, there's a very prominent one right here, right? Yeah, Legacy Trust. Do you know what happens if you don't pay back the loans with these kind of lenders? Guess what? They start getting your company. So right now, from his perspective, he's trying to shift the blame to these people now that now can control the company because he did this incredibly crazy financial mismanagement. So it's his fault anyway that he lost control of the company, or rather he lost the company. So he's blaming them for not getting money from him. Okay? He's blaming them for not getting money from him and taking a shit. This is like,
no, I didn't forget.
This is like you're not paying for your fucking, you're not making monthly payments on your car and you're blaming the fucking towing truck, okay? That's what he's doing. This is crazy. It's crazy. And it gets worse. How does it get worse? Oh my God, you might be asking yourself. Well, there was an interview done by Nice Gaming. I don't know if you guys remember him or know him, but he's a great content creator. And I'm going to talk a bit more about him and the other content creators too shortly. But Nice Gaming interviewed Steven Sheriff, this motherfucker. And one of the questions in the interview was, is there any favoritism? Is there any kind of like behind the scenes shady shit you're doing with some content creators or some people in the community? Or do you have any favorites that you kind of like let go, or, you know? And Steven Sheriff looked this motherfucker right in the eye through the web camera. Okay, he stared Nice Gaming in the eye and said, "No, I don't believe in that. No favoritism." It gets worse, Chad. It gets worse. Because guess what? Now people knowing that Ash's creation it's over. Okay? This guy is leaking DMs. Okay? He's leaking DMs. Steven, he said this is info most people haven't seen yet. He said Steven basically unbanned my RMT, real money transaction, alt accounts that got banned for selling gold. The founder, CEO, board, and visionary of an MMORPG that was so publicly, staunchly against favoritism, RMTing, pay to win, pay to convenience. This guy was in on it. This guy was in on the RMT. This guy unbanned someone's accounts that were farming and then selling, in-game currency. Okay, it's hard to tell on stream probably, but here's what Steven says in their DMs. Given the state of people raging right now, it might be smarter to let them cool down a bit. And then this dude who's been farming and selling gold or whatever, I don't care or know who he is, he says, haha, okay, that's fair. If you're not familiar with the drama and stuff going on with Ashes of Creation, before this even, and the negative Steam reviews complaining about botting and RMTing, this really puts into perspective how shitty this guy is as a person. You have an entire player base giving you feedback about this huge issue with botting in the alpha. There are people already, for some reason, I don't know why you would do this, buying and selling gold in the alpha. And this guy takes that feedback, shits on it, and says, you know what? I'm gonna get on this little action. So I'm kind of like imagining this guy couldn't pay back however many loans he took out on the Intrepid Studios. So did he think RMTing through his own game would help get money to pay for his game? Like, was he trying to do like an infinite money hack or something? Like, brother, what the? What? All right, I'm gonna try to zoom in on this last DM here. I just reviewed. What is it? I just reviewed you from I just removed you from a ban list. Oh my god. Be a good example and what is that? Reinforce that. You got to be a good example and reinforce that in your guild. No exploits, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this guy, bro. Okay. So this guy keeps confessing about his, I guess, RMT businesses. All right. He got G2G money. And this wasn't even epic NPC sales or power leveling or accounting. Yo, he's releasing his financial statements to back up what he's saying to expose Steven. That's how mad people are right now, bro. People who are breaking terms of service and also being favored by the fucking creator of the game. All right. And being unbanned by him, when they were found out, are releasing financial statements saying, hey, you know what? This is how much I made from botting and Ashes of Creation Alpha. Okay. And then, I don't know what this is about. He had me apply to other game studios and use them as a reference and would verify I worked for them in the past so I could leak NDA shit to them. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But I think that's just a hint of what's coming in terms of like more dark, shady shit that's happening behind the scenes. I think it's crazy, guys. I don't know what else to say. So we went from mysterious layoffs to maybe resignation and solidarity to the founder and creator saying, all right, there's a mysterious board that now has control. And then that board turns out to be him, but also not him because he's failing to pay the loans. Like, holy shit, dude. I'm gonna pause here for a second so we can kind of catch up with chat so we can talk to each other about this because this is crazy. You understand how crazy this is, right? This is 9 to 10 years of community building and development work that just went up in smoke in less than like 5 minutes. Okay, that shit's crazy. It's crazy. Is it the biggest rug pull of the decade? Is it also a tragedy. I think both can be true at the same time. It's tragic for the content creators who made their entire channels about this MMO. I feel for them, bro. Okay, like that's crazy. And I feel bad for the people who got hundreds of referrals and got people to buy in. I feel bad for the fucking people who invested thousands of dollars in the Kickstarter. I think one of my friends, Fatal, he invested $1,000 in Kickstarter and could only play twice because of, you know, the issues with alpha. Can you imagine paying $1,000 to play a game twice? That's crazy. There's people who invested thousands of dollars. There's people who invested $250, $500. There's people who bought the alpha access on Steam for obviously a much more modest price, but still, that's still money. That's still people's money. And now you got the tragedy of developers who worked on this shit. I mean, they're not gonna. Some of them, obviously, right now, a lot of people are emotional and they're gonna be blaming developers too. But just imagine how those guys feel after working on this, because this was a real thing. This was a real company with real workers, with real wages, real benefits, real product, at least a tangible product, right? And now this is just all gone. And I also feel really bad for Margaret, dude. Like, look at the Discord profile status she has. She's the former community. She's heartbroken, and people are just pinging her and shit. Like, I wouldn't want to see this shit. I don't want to see the shit. And then, is it a rug pull? Technically, yes. But also, like, the dude turning out to be a very dishonest person. When he was saying all the right things, I think this is going to do a lot of irreparable harm to other startup developers. I'm already seeing a bunch of people saying, this is the last time I'm ever going to back anything on Kickstarter. This is the last time I'm ever gonna look for MMO. That's tragic. That's tragedy, dude. Like, and I'm gonna say something that's probably on a lot of our minds here, because let's keep it real, because you and I, we're all familiar with how bad and toxic and deranged people in the MMO communities can get. I'm just gonna say it. But this guy has put a target on his back. Are you kidding me? Like, this guy's put himself in danger. God's forbid anything happens to him.
And he's toxic.
But it's crazy. You know, thanks for subbing, Sacred. It's crazy. This is crazy. But let's catch up with the chat real quick. You got banned from the Discord last night? What did you say? What did you say to get banned from the Discord, bro? What? Did you see the letter that lists the board of directors? No. You want to link it in chat? What is this? Maybe his husband wanted to close shop? I don't know, dude. I don't think so. I think it all comes down to the loans, potentially. Just the unsustainable development of Ashes of Creation. Because I think a lot of people really underestimate how much money it takes to develop not just a game. And costs are ridiculous, mainly because of humans, right? Development costs. And that's why usually a lot of these scumbag fucking companies, trillion-dollar companies, lay off people. But an MMO, right now in this space, like, if you're trying to develop MMO, not only does it take a lot of money, but it also takes a lot of long-term money. And you see big companies with a lot of money like NetEase or whoever dropping their MMO projects, and you kind of go like, well, even they don't want to fund an MMO, right? At this point, you only have really two options as an MMO player, okay? Just maybe several options, okay? You could play World of Warcraft. You could play Guild Wars 2, or you could wait for, like, I don't know, the next Riot MMO. Who knows, dude? I think the MMO space is unironically fucking dead. Like, I don't think anyone should hope for anything from it. I think if you're an MMO content creator, I think it's over. I think this might be my last video, guys. Shit. But anyway, the board can consist of non-executive people. The document that lists him and his husband are just required to list the CFO, CEO, and secretary roles. Yeah, it is scummy shit. Not very fully funded if he has to answer to the board. That's why when someone told me that it is probably likely that there's some sort of hostile takeover, or it's like some sort of disagreement. I was like, that sounds really fishy, considering what this guy has said again in the past about not wanting something like that in his own company, because he fully controls it. I don't know. Steven's gonna have to prove A, his company's in red for project, and B, negative personally outside of personal stated salary bar bonuses. Karen owns us base. I mean, a part of us potentially. Do you guys get refunded for purchasing the $100 package at least? So let's talk about that too, because Kodiak actually sent me some interesting thing here. Okay. On the topic of refunds, okay, Steven Sheriff had kept reiterating that they would refund everybody, especially the Kickstarter backers, if the game never launched. And I think that gave a lot of people confidence in the product. You know what I mean? There's this guy saying, you know what, I'll refund all of you if the product never launches. I think that really was a good deal closer for a lot of people. Uncertain about whether they should invest in the next potentially big MMO they could, you know, fucking live and breathe in. But a lot of people right now are speculating that since Ashes of Creation launched early access on Steam, they don't have to refund the backers. So, is there a chance of you seeing a refund? Is there a chance of me seeing a $250 refund? Because I paid $250, what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago for Alpha 2? Okay? You're not the only one. Trust me, you're not the only one that paid. But is there a chance with this guy, with this many loans on the company, this many liens on the company, all right, with such unsustainability, is there a chance that there's even money left to even give back to people? Probably not. Can you sue this guy? I think it'll be very interesting to see a legal case, if any. Okay? That was a sinking ship. Absolutely, it was a sinking ship. They're all last or active, not one paid off. Let's look at it. Okay, we have a loan, a lien on Intrepid Studios, active with Karen L. Borrego. That's the woman from Bema that we talked about. Active from Robert Dawson in Longwood, Florida. A small business administration loan. The Yaya Legacy Trust, that's also active. That's 4 actives in a row, guys. Employment Development Department from California. That's 5 actives in a row. 6 actives with Commerce West Bank. Okay, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lapsed. 9 lapsed loans. Okay. So, there's a bunch of theories out there right now on what happened, but, you know, I'm trying to cut through the noise of it. I think this is probably the most likely explanation. I don't know how much ahead he planned to RUGPULL, but because, you know, people are going to be like, oh, you know, the timing is what's, you know, Cobb said earlier, the timing is what's really surprising. But here's the thing. There was a meeting with the content creators recently. They have, if you look at some of the things, like this bot, okay, join us for a monthly development update live stream on February 13th, Friday at 12 p.m. my time. They had all this shit planned. And it didn't seem like they even had, dude, there's even merch for the content creators in their program, I think, sitting in the warehouse or some shit. I don't know if that merch even exists. Okay. But they had all this planned out. They had all this existing. And then they pulled the plug. Or sorry, rather, let me not say they. Steven Sheriff pulled the plug. I think that's what's honestly most shocking about this timing, because everything was on a roll. Everything was going along as it should be. Everything was on schedule, apparently. They had a meeting with the content creators under NDA. All this shit. I'll even show you the email I got from them. The initial email I got from them here pretty soon. Gold sellers turning on them is actually cinema. Dude, absolute cinema. Absolutely. Seems he's always looked for the easy money route and continues to fail at them. Yeah. I have a theory that this was always a scam. He pushed out Ash's Apocalypse as a delay tactic. Lazy Peon did his video and gained attention. He then was forced to try and develop something. You think this guy was like peer pressured into doing? I don't know. Like, I think he did want to make an MMO that he wanted to play as well. I think he just did not expect how much attention it could get, but also how much money it would take to make that dream come true. And I think it was kind of, I don't know, like, but obviously with how, you know, he was favoriting RMT, people in the community or some shit. I don't know. It's hard to, it's kind of hard to differentiate this guy behind the scenes from this guy in public who again said all the right things that you want to hear as an MMO player. No pay to win, no pay to convenience. It's all about community. You know, you got to party up. Guilds are a really big thing. Content. Organic map where you have nodes upgraded. You have cities built by players. You have naval fucking warfare. Who you know, like, he said all the right things. That's Mongol. I'm behind. Did he go broke and couldn't finish the game? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Everything he has done has been delayed. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Star Citizen is next. Guy who made it rich for running a pyramid scheme might be a liar? Question mark, question mark, question mark. MMO genre is cooked. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that. I think the MMO is space is fucking cooked Reno. I don't know, man. Not Commerce West Bank. Irving never forgives, never forgets. Why are you familiar with the bank, Kane? I don't know. Big finding out you're laid off on Twitter and locked out of Slack energy. I think so, for sure. New World had content, especially towards the end. Even New World is a bit of a tragedy because fucking Amazon closed that shit down. When again, that was also a case where timing was just really bad, right? You live right by them. They're ruthless. So, dude, this guy's fucked. This guy's cooked. Financially, he might be cooked. I don't know how he's going to get out of the debt. And this kind of calls into question if he even did use his own money, right? Like, did he, maybe he used a little bit of his money, but did he use all the money he had? I don't know, man. New World was at least a real game. Big true. Big true. But yeah, I mean, just looking at the, someone's trying to sell their level 25 tank account. Yeah. Oh, so hey, there's some people posting more new info in the thing. What is this? Right, we did, you know, Cobb and I had talked about SATA System suing for $850,000 in unpaid cloud fees. Yeah, that was something we talked about. I was like, what the hell? And that's when I was like, why aren't they paying that? Or was there some sort of misunderstanding maybe? Who knows? Aetna filed a debt collection suit. Streamline Media sued over unpaid Battle Royale assets. California EDD filed $50,000 in payroll tax liens starting in 2020. The Yaya Legacy Trust, a 9.7% shareholder, sued in 2024 after being denied access to financial books and bank statements. Sheriff's other entity, his other company, Trek Holdings LLC, was suspended by California. What? Okay. I didn't know. I did not know this. In November 2025, Sheriff transferred his home to his spouse. Oh, that's fucking big brain, bro. That's smart. Yo, this guy, he's going for all the loopholes. Asset protection before creditors arrived. On December 11th, Intrepid rushed an unfinished Alpha 2 onto Steam Early Access, technically launching the game and voiding the Kickstarter refund promise. Damn, dude. Oh my god. On January 16, 2026, Karen Borrego, co-founder of Dema and MLM, shut down by the FTC as a pyramid scheme, connected to Sheriff through the Zango Vema world. Filed a UCC lien securing her claim on Intrepid's assets. Layoffs began. On January 31st, Sheriff resigned via Discord, blaming the board for her unethical decisions. Warrant Act notices followed. The studio couldn't make payroll. Sheriff was the board. He said so for years. He ran the company in the ground, took debt from Borrego. Yeah, couldn't finish. Yeah, I mean, this is... See, when was this? Early this morning? Yeah, I think people are starting to put the same pieces we've been putting together since last night, or since rather yesterday early evening. I think it all comes down to the financials, right? Because again, what I said about, you know, the target on his back thing, I just don't. I think he had no choice. Sort of. He obviously he did it to himself, but in the end, he had no choice but to get the fuck out. And man, he's done a lot of harm, bro. Like he really has. True, I bet he didn't. He'll be back scamming people in a few years, going under the name Sheriff Stevens. Jesus Christ, chat. I've been seeing a lot of punny names for Ashes of Creation. Someone said like Ashes of $250. I was like, dude, we need more comedy like that right now. But man, I really do feel bad for people. God damn, dude. Obviously, we're gonna shut down, you know, the project we had in coordination with Fear Turbo for Ashes Academy and the Ashes of Creation. So we're gonna delete that Discord server as well. Just a heads up. Here, let me try to get that email up for you guys. Okay. Ashes of Creation. Because I'm gonna show you guys an email from them I got as a content creator. Oh god, where is it? The Ashes of Creation. That's a good one, Cobb. Shit. Hold on. Is this it? Let me just take a look real quick before I show it to you guys. Again, I'm gonna show one of the emails I got as a Intrepid Studios content creator, just to show you guys why so many people are shocked by this abruptness. Okay, we're thrilled to have you as part of our Intrepid Studios creator program. Blah 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 blah. We're launching our first Council of Members, a live voice session where creators will have the opportunity to speak directly with the team. What part about this says we're going to shut down in like a week? Okay. By the way, I never responded to the survey. I was busy. I was on a business trip. And then they're saying things like, we're excited to introduce 2 new ways to highlight you and your work. A creator spotlight, a creator content spotlight. What part about this says we're going to shut down in like 2 weeks? Okay. And then we're going to have a February giveaway. February is all about sharing the love. Today's date, by the way, for reference, is the 1st of February. Okay. We'll be providing cosmetic giveaway codes, okay, for you to distribute to your communities. Remember, there must be no pay gates, because, you know, that's legally that's illegal if you do like a giveaway, but you ask people to buy into the giveaway. A follow-up email with details and codes will be coming soon. Sharing the love of unemployment. Okay, so again, when I read all this, I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, they're doing some cool shit for the community. Nowhere in my mind I went, they're gonna shut this down in 2 weeks. And also, I'm kind of sad because I was gonna give out shit in February. I was like, okay, that's cool. That's nice. But today's the 1st of February, and I'm just like, okay, where's my shit? Where's my shit, Steven? Where's my shit? So yeah, that's really it. Ashes of bankruptcy. So nobody is gonna like pick it up like it's cooked for real, for real. You know, some content creators in the NDA chat I was reading, and again, I really feel terribly bad for them too, right? I just keep saying that because it's such an awful situation that this motherfucker has put everybody in. A few of them were like, is there a chance? Because they're kind of coping and hoping, right? I mean, you would too, right? Because again, some of these people have built their entire channels on just this, okay? Just this thing. A few of them were like asking, is there a chance that a company could pick this up, or maybe other developer studios could buy it or something? And I'm just like, I had to tell them, No. Respectfully, no. I don't think even private equity would touch this with a fucking 10 yard stick. Okay, so 10-meter stick, okay? Like, it, you have to look at it from a buyer's or investor's point of view. Would you want to buy this? Would you want to pick this up? Because not only are you buying something that has now a reputation in tatters, people are demanding refunds, you're also buying all the promises this guy made for this product that you would have to now live up to. And somehow you have to make money from it. There's no fucking way anyone's gonna touch this shit. There's no way. You know, people are saying that, I think partly because some developers out there have offered to buy New World. I think there was a big thing, 2 weeks ago about some developers wanting to buy New World for 20 million some dollars. Okay. But the difference between New World and Ashes of Creation, bro, New World's already kind of developed. There's no way. There's no way someone's going to look at this, look at the expenses, look at the promises, look at the ruined reputation, and be like, you know what? I'm going to go all in on this. I'm going to gamble. And yes, there are some venture capitalists out there that do gamble, but the odds are so bad. The odds are so bad. I don't see it happening. I'm really sorry for those of you in chat that want something like that to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think just forget about it. I don't know if you'll get your money back. I think the people who could get their money back at this point is maybe the people who bought into Steam's early access. Steam, if you don't remember, if you remember, what was that game? That other game, that scam of a game that we covered? Oh my god! And Steam refunded everybody because it turned out it was just absolute, like, worse than dog shit. God, what is that? The day before, Mr. Man, the day before. Oh my god! Steam refunded everybody. And thank you, Ali, as well. Steam refunded everybody in that case. So I could see Steam refunding everybody for Ashes of Creation.
Nephis, yo bitch ass, you're next.
What is unfortunate, I don't see people getting refunds for Kickstarter. I don't see people getting refunds for paying through the Ashes of Creation website for the alpha pack or the beta pack. I'm sorry. But again, it's going to be very interesting to see if there's going to be a legal case or some shit like that. But I don't think so. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, go for class action," and I'm like, okay, let's say the class action goes somewhere, but you'll probably get a fraction of what you put in. You know what I mean? So it's looking pretty abysmal, bro. Do I even trust Kickstarter MMOs anymore? That's what we were talking about earlier, like how much damage this did, irreparable damage it did to a lot of people's perception of not just the MMO space, but also like startup developer projects, right? Kickstarter projects. There's a lot of people just like you saying, I'm never, ever gonna invest in a Kickstarter or whatever for a game ever again. And I think that's tragic because there are honest developers out there that do their best. So it hurts everybody. That's what I'm saying here. It hurts everybody. It hurts people who bought into it. It hurts people who were working there. It's going to hurt people in the future who will be actually honest people. So I don't know, man. You should never expect your money back on Kickstarter. I don't know. What's up, Anno? How are you? But yeah, the thing keeps going. Yeah. So that's it. That's what's been happening. Let's be real. Employees didn't get their last paycheck. No one's getting their money back. And if Kane's still in chat, no, we're making this into a YouTube video, bro. I'll probably edit it later today and upload it because this shit's crazy. I think it's worth talking about this and the ramifications that will come about.
No, I didn't forget. Nephis, yo bitch ass.
Wait, hold on. There's some more information, apparently. Also, my dog's barking. Let me look over this new information. Where's that? So what? Kickstarter is like playing slots. Sometimes you get a small dopamine kick. Okay. What do you guys think about all this? Given that we've gone over probably the reason why this guy just dipped out. Like, where are you guys at? Is anyone in chat? Did anyone in chat buy into this as well? Or were you kind of just like waiting to see what happened? What do you think this means for the MMO space, considering there's multiple MMOs being shut down or canceled? I don't see it being a very hopeful space personally. Yeah, so we talked about Karen, right? I'm just not sure, just considering how many leans there are. But it seems like people on the MMORPG subreddit believe that she's gonna be the new owner of Ashes of Creation Depth. But I don't know. Aren't there like, I guess, maybe. It's gonna be interesting to see how they piece this apart between these different lenders. There's some people saying they might sell the Discord server for Ashes. I mean, first of all, I'm pretty sure that's against the Discord terms of service, but okay, whatever.
No, I didn't forget. Nephis, yo bitch ass. You're next.
Thanks. Time to play Guild Wars 2? Maybe. Release the Steven files. So someone asked earlier, like, or we were talking about, earlier we were talking about if he ever used his own money. Someone brought that up in this like subreddit thread for Ashes Creation. The common story was that Steven had invested about $60 million of his own money. Was that just placed as security and never used? OP says, precisely, the trust with Yaya wouldn't have ever been needed. People with money to lose don't spend their money to leverage it, especially where business and startups are concerned. Yeah. Most people assume the $60 million figure, but there is no actual proof of such money being invested personally by Steven in that amount. Recall, true development of AOC didn't really begin until after the money on Kickstarter was raised. So what would $60 million have gone towards the period prior to the Kickstarter? We can safely conclude that there was maybe $5 million into it by Kickstarter. What Steven meant to say is that he had $60 million to leverage, not poured in. He was never going to dump $60 million of his own money into this. All of the money spent by the business has been due to outside financing. So initial funds raised, Steven over his head launches Kickstarter. Kickstarter funds raised, real development begins. Kickstarter success, raise funds, and tangible development assets. Okay. He has further hurt not only the MMO space, but the gaming space as a whole. Yeah, I agree. Never bought into Ashes of Creation. You have 2,000 hours in New World. Nice, nice. Ashes of Creation never appealed to me in any way. Okay. I give credit to Claire Obscure Expedition for using AI for making a fully developed game. Then Ashes of Creation. Game ruined by Karen Kappa. This has not really moved the needle for MMOs. It was always going to be WoW, Final Fantasy XIV, OSRS, Guild Wars 2, ESO either way. Now that the Ashes Creation mass hypnosis on all the content creators is over, can we go back to giving coverage to really indie games that actually benefit from it? Like X-World Online? Sure. I think, here's the thing. I think there's like a good amount of content creators that made Ashes of Creation their whole thing. I don't know how long it's going to take for the algorithm for their channels to like switch to something else for them to allow them. I mean, they might have to make new channels, which really sucks. But maybe not, depending on how their community feels with them, right? I mean, I don't... The only videos that we made on Ashes Creation is just gonna be this carcass that we're being vultures over, right? It'll probably be video essays in the future about the mismanagement of financials. There'll probably be videos about how, you know, back in the early 21st century, on fucking, you know, 200 years from now, back in the early 21st century, people bought into this MMO project. Wait, how much did Kickstarter raise for Ashes Creation? You know what I mean? Wait, how much did Ashes Creation raise? Kickstarter. I don't know. $3.2 million. Which is fucking nothing, by the way, for development costs. For an MMO? Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus. That's almost $3.3 million that people may not ever see, bro. What the, oh my god. 60 million is enough for what? 2 years of development, 250 devs? Oh man. I thought it would have been way more, but this was back in like 2017, right? Chronicles of Illyria. Okay, let's look up Chronicles of Illyria. Okay, let's look at fundraising. Okay, Chronicles of Illyria raised approximately $1.6 million on Kickstarter, with total funding reaching roughly $8 million. So Chronicles of Illyria raised, what, $5 million more than Ashes of Creation did on Kickstarter? You can make MMOs for as little as $300,000 if you have developers that are not living in the West. Sure. Even $300,000, I mean, I feel like there's more costs as well, beyond just paying developers, right? Well, we know that there's definitely more cost beyond paying developers. Outsource to India. Yeah, sure. Why not? Dude, I don't know, chat. Look at all the chatters. People are still going. Jeez. God, it just keeps going. Can you check how much Scars of Honor raise in X World Online? Let me look. I don't know if X World did a public fundraiser. I can't find it. Scars of Honor. They're still trying to raise funds. I think their goal is 200,000 British pounds. but apparently they already have a private investment of 1 million. I don't know, man. I look at that chat. I'm just like, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into that. 6-hour cooldown on chat. Were you here when I was talking about the slow mode, Watanga? How a mod, I guess, put slow mode on, but then somebody removed all the moderators' permissions to remove the slow mode. I think that's some petty shit. Oh my god, dude! There's people joining the server and asking the game is canceled. Yeah, the mod powers are taken away. It's just crazy. Ashes of Crematorium. That's a good one. Okay. Hold on. Let me put this in chat. Because people keep coming out with like puns for Ashes creation. Just like I think my favorite pun name for the day before was the day after. Oh my god. Chat. I don't know. It's not looking so good. I think we're cooked. Hold on. Kodiak leave me this earlier, so I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Don't say I quit forever.
Wait, is my sound dead? Yeah, my sound is dead. Sorry. Let me replay this. Oh, it was mobile streaming?
Don't say I quit forever.
IRL.
I'm never going back to Ashes of Creation. Not because the game is shit, but because I don't like Steven Sharif. And I think the guy is a fucking dumb cunt. That's the reason why I'm playing.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Someone... Oh, no, never mind. That's sarcasm. I wonder what the February 13th dev update will be. Nothing. They're gone. All the devs. They're gone. They're all gone. Everyone's gone. Who's gonna stick around, bro? Dude, by the way, guys, there's people that have been in the voice chat for almost 16 hours. What are they talking about in the voice chat? Try malicious? Yeah. Let's go see what they're talking about, all right? I'm gonna bring you guys with me.
Well,
like
maybe
that.
if we
Funny
move
how
over
Banshee
there,
and
they
I'll
could
live
upgrade the
that.
graphics. But I mean,
Yeah.
But we
What a
don't
shame.
play that game right now. Otherwise, we would play it. I mean,
But like honestly, like, I have Pantheon and like I log in every few months, and I'm more impressed every time I log in. Like, oh, they're actually doing stuff. Oh, they changed the models. Oh, they did this. Like they're doing a lot. You know what I mean?
Should I say anything to them?
again,
Yeah,
like
like
that
that
game's a little bit.
it's kind of a gamble with any of these games. Like I get that, but I had more hopes with Ashes just because of like what I thought was a bit of insider information, as well as the fact it'd been so long. Like this thing's been in development since I got out of high school. It feels like.
Brother,
Well,
just
so
hold
is-
his
I'm
fucking
fucking-
address.
I feel
Yeah,
level
how
30.
old are you?
Bro,
Holy-
so is
I'm
the
fucking
Dark
old as
Ages
shit.
remake. But
Yo, what the fuck? This guy's getting
Yeah,
ragged on for his
you-
age.
do you think we're
Somebody's
You
address
graduated
just
high
got
school when you
No,
were
I remember
21,
this
dude?
being announced like way before, dude.
I'm just fucking.
He was like 10 years old. He's like, there's going to be a great MMO for you to play one day after you have 2 wives
Yeah.
and a kid and a car and a mortgage. And...
That's how I feel with Star Citizen right now, man. You know what they
But
should
see, the
do?
problem...
Just use the Star Citizen fucking.
Yeah, just buy
Star
another engine.
Citizen.
And yeah, use the Star Citizen engine because they're already monetizing
What?
and trying to sell it, and then remake
What?
Ashes of Creation the way it was meant to be.
Why on earth
then you have,
would
like,
they
a
use
one-
a fucked up modified Amazon lumberyard? Blech.
That's a completely different crowd too. I don't think
I
most
know,
people
I'm just-
wanna
I'm-
play space games that
I'm
wanna play...
fucking kidding.
He's
Fantasy
being
game.
facetious.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
it's
say
a
I'm gonna say
Yes.
something to them.
That's a
I mean, like,
giant
what
dick
is
newcomer
the
chat.
next
Yes, that was
fantasy
me. Thank
PvP MMO? That would be what Chrono
Guild
Odyssey,
Wars
right?
3.
Chrono Odyssey and probably the
Guild Wars
Riot game.
3 is
Chrono Odyssey.
like Guild Wars. Like, there's no denying at this point that Guild Wars 3 is in development. They've hired enough people for it already.
Guild Wars 3.
Yeah,
And-
Guild Wars 3, yeah.
But it's still going to be a theme park. I would imagine it's still going to be a theme park PvE game because that's what's worked for ArenaNet. And
Well, I know, I
that's
mean,
for-
It's going to be the PvE/PvP. I mean, there's a lot of PvP in Guild Wars. I mean, it's,
I
Hey,
think
yeah.
they posted Steven's
Word.
address in the
Hey,
newcomer
everyone.
chat.
I
Is
think
Ashes
I
Creation
saw-
worth
I was
getting?
thinking about. I actually was thinking about taking that one down because I don't think they should dox people.
Even just posted
They
in
definitely
Act
should.
2
It's-
general.
It's public
wrong.
information,
It is
but yeah,
public,
yeah. I
but
would,
Does
it
anyone
is
know if this
public,
game
but I
is
would
worth
take that-
getting?
I called him out and I got called a fag for it. Hilarious.
yeah, you should get it. Definitely buy this
Yeah,
game.
How much is it?
I don't think
How much is the game?
is going to complain if you take that down.
Well, it depends on what version you want. Do you want the deluxe edition, or do you want to get the I support Steven edition, or like what do you want to get?
Who's Steven?
The Steven edition.
It's probably like $100. So yeah, it's not a bad game. I mean, we'll probably be able to play it for the next couple months or so, right? Maybe.
You're pulling that address down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
just
should.
gotta get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all on Reddit already, so
I think it's even if I take it down, it's gonna be out of my hands at this point, anyways. just
I'm pretty
because-
sure he's already getting doxxed. I mean,
Yeah.
It's public
Probably.
record.
Yeah.
This is
His
a
reply
house,
in
dude.
Alpha 2 General.
Everyone spam pregnant man in newcomer chat.
I'll pass with that.
He's
I'm
got
going
more in
down.
his house than the Kickstart made.
I'm going
We
down with the
don't-
boat.
We don't know where
if he was smart, he
liability
wouldn't have
lies with
listed that
Steven
as
or John
his
Moore
actual
or the
address
Shadow,
number.
whatever the fuck.
I don't think he would have, but hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be pretty stupid to list your home address on that form. Yeah. I mean, maybe he did, but I would be giving Steven no credit at all, which is.
I mean, given the situation if he lost his own company, that's kind of fair.
Why?
Yeah,
So,
I know,
yeah,
but
that was
walks
the whole
away
that was the
company.
whole reason that I was interested in this project from the get go. I'm like, finally, somebody with like it's gonna regardless of how
I talked about this shit earlier, dude. Like this motherfucker. Like we all understand as MMO players how deranged players can be. That's what I was talking about earlier, dude. This motherfucker's got fucking target on his back at this point.
Seems like a
See,
great
I literally used to
and
kill Steven in Arcade,
How
and
many can he
he
take?
wasn't a great PvPer, but I respected his idea of making a game that was like Arcade, but with.
I thought that guy was gonna say I'm gonna kill Steven or something. I was like, oh shit. In Arcade,
Like, how the fuck does a guy that is so shit in Ashes of Creation play Arcade? Like, the guy couldn't fucking use any skills without his mouse.
He was
garbage in
was-
Arcade.
Well, there's a lot of people that play.
Oh shit, they're trash talking him
I literally camped him, and
in Minecraft,
I know, like
guys.
Mythic Raiders
was
that
a
only use their
whale.
mouth.
What do you
It's not, the
expect?
games aren't as hard as you think they are. I mean, I know people that Mythic Raid and only use their mouth. I mean,
Yeah, if you
they're
set
not,
yourself
like,
up properly, I've
fantastic,
seen
but,
some
like,
intense clickers.
And there's
Yeah,
a
there's
lot
some
of
people who
games
can do
too.
it,
Like
yeah.
Lineage 2 was a grinder, right? So like if you had the time to grind out levels, even if you were a better player, I mean, it would even it out a little bit, but your skills were higher level and your stats were higher level. You could easily kill somebody else. I mean, it was just a time investment.
Let me ask you a question here. Like, say you're doing a raid in a video game. Would you rather have a person that is perfectly 100% mechanically sound, or a person that parses 100?
Yes.
Right, but if you could only pick one, what would you pick?
Obviously, the person that's a better player.
Right, but it's a trick question, right? Because the person that parses 100 is doing everything 100% correctly. Because even
What?
if they're cheesing something,
No,
they're doing it well
all
enough
right,
to
this
get it
guy's
done.
this guy's lost
So
it.
you always pick that person. So
This
I
guy's
mean,
lost it.
like games
What
aren't
the
as hard to everybody as they are to like that person that you see that is like derping their way through the game and pressing buttons quite crazy. Some people can just do it with the mouse. Like I mean, I could
Get
probably
out of
do
there. No, no. I want to
raids
listen.
with
I
just
want
my mouse. It's not
I
that
want
hard.
to breathe in the
That
cringe.
he was clicking slowly, like he was
I wanna
using one
breathe in the
skill at that
cringe.
time. It was,
Well, as
did
long
you-
as he's
did you
clearing
look-
the
Honest-
content, though,
Oh, he
you
was-
know, well enough.
you see how he was playing? Like that was fucking horrible.
This is
Right, but remember that guy? What was that
Why do
Asmodee
you-
from that cleared an ultimate raid and he was basically derping around? Like
Oh,
if you
fucking
clear the content, you clear the content. It doesn't really matter how you clear the content. Yeah, but if you got to clear, you got to clear. I mean, you cleared it. Who cares if 7 other people carried you? You gotta
cringe.
I mean, that's more than most people do. Most people don't clear ultimate raids because they
Yeah,
can't
but
even
if
find
7 other
enough
people
to do it.
carried you, that's not really you getting it done. That's 7
Well, he
other
still
people
had to
got the
do
same reward at the end.
He still had to do the parts that mattered. So I mean,
Oh, I'm just arguing that was a bad analogy.
no, I know, but it's just like a lot of times games aren't as hard as people think they are. Like I can probably get through a heroic raid in Warcraft without pressing my buttons. A mythic one might be. A
I
little
actually
more
knew a person who
What?
did it with a fucking trackpad, and I'm not even lying. So.
Oh, I know.
mean,
I've
it's
heard about
not-
those people. Yeah.
Whoa, humans have
But then
amazing
you get those
abilities.
people who can't even do a normal raid while they're clicking all their buttons with 17 add-ons because the game is like blowing their head off. It's like, I mean, look.
All right, I'm gonna leave that channel, dude. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about at this point. Deafen and play the Narc video. I already played it. Oh, this one.
Don't say I quit forever. I'm never going back to Ashes of Creation. Not because the game is shit, but because I don't like Steven Sharif. And I think the guy is a fucking dumb cunt. Okay? That's the reason why I'm quitting.
So earlier, what was the beef with Steven? I think they just had a falling out, and then people thought Narc was going crazy, but I don't know, man. You beat millennia while jerking off. Games aren't that hard, bro. So remember when we were talking about like the supposed lack of favoritism, but then Steven was in on it with the RMT people. Nice Gaming has also released more screenshots of that. This guy, the same guy from this screenshot, posted this. Since you all were tinfoiling in the past, I can clear things up now, smiley face. Yes, there was favoritism. There were X-mods who would help with RMT as well. X-mods who would help with RMT? Alright. 6-hour slow mode, DM me for any sauce. God damn, dude. They're turning on him. Steven DMs him. You up? Were these guys dating? This guy says, yep, just woke up actually. Lol. Wait, at 9:23? What? Maybe works, I don't know, nights or some shit. I just removed you from a ban list. You up? Always text you up ? To people you want to respond to you. Why only Tanko and Thunder permabanned? I heard a bunch in purple are RMTing as well. DA says they just had too much money moving, and devs don't have any idea who's RMTing and who isn't. What? Damn, dude. But weren't there like a bunch of reports and mass reports and shit on botting accounts? Or RMT sellers? What all guilds did, they provide favoritism too. I DM'd Steven about shit, tried to get people into PTR when they were letting other guilds in, got ignored 99% of the time. Just me. Steven owed me big time. He had me apply to other game studios and use them as a reference so I could leak NDA shit to them. I was on the payroll for years. What? Is that what this was alluding to earlier? He had me apply to other game studios and use them as a reference and would verify I worked for them in the past so I could leak NDA shit to them. Is he saying he leaked NDA shit of other companies to Steven? Or what? Can someone explain this to me? What the fuck is going on here? Can someone try to explain this to me? Around Alpha 2 launch is when the signs started to show. He started shifting ownership of assets and selling them off. What? Yeah, I don't care, it's over. How did that motherfucker lose creative control? I heard he divorced and John sold out his part or something. What? Wait, there was divorce too? This keeps getting worse. She lent him millions, but to Steven, not Intrepid. So the bank took everything to pay her back. What? Yeah, so she couldn't take it. He sold the house to a shell company LLC. Oh, that's what the Reddit post was talking about earlier. He sold it at a 33% loss. What? Hold up. He sold his house to his own shell? What was it? Where was this post? Where was it, dude? I think it was in Discord. the other LLC he had. He sold it to his fucking. He sold it to himself basically. So his house was originally worth what 8.2 million, 8.3 million. Then he sold it at a 33% loss, 34% loss of 5.5 million. This is so cringe, bro. So he just ran out of money and had no backup plan. He's been inflating his home value and using the profits to pay for shit by selling it to John. What? This is I think it could get worse, guys. Ownership history sold by Stephen Sheriff to John Moore. Oh my god. Yeah, there's been a lot of shit going on in the back end, and it's all catching up. The shitty part is Intrepid got caught up in it. Well, because he used it as leverage to get fucking loans. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. I just have done a lot of shit for him when the studio was early on, but yeah, so many times people would ask why isn't he getting banned, and Steven and me are in DMs laughing. Wow, yo, what the fuck? Oh my god. It has come to our attention that your account was used to exploit a bug during the Ashes of Creation Alpha 2 testing phase. Blah, 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 violation. And then what? What's the follow-up email? After further review, we've decided to revert this action. Oh my god. This is so bad, man. This is so bad. Oh wait, dude. Fuck. Hold on. Let me undo that real quick for nice. Do that shit. That shit is crazy, dude. You have no idea what's happening. Dude, I'm gonna make a video. I was recording the whole thing, but I'm gonna edit the video. I'm gonna fucking upload it right now, bro. God damn, dude, this is so bad. I don't think you're gonna see the money, guys. I'm sorry. I think we're gonna see more and more info come out. Dude, did anyone chat buy the $10,000 Kickstarter fucking pack? There was a $10,000 Kickstarter pack. It was called Ashes Avatar of the Phoenix. Oh my god, dude. Man, I don't know, dude. I don't know what else to say anymore. There's nothing more to say. I think we've kind of solved the mystery, gang. And we can give ourselves some Scooby snacks. Hold on, I'll be right back real quick. Okay, well, no one's gonna admit to buying a 10K pack. Shit, I would. I'd be like, all right, guys, let's fucking sue him or some shit. I don't know. I'd be so mad, dude. I would be so fucking mad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know. Let's kind of look over what the fucking subreddit's saying. Congratulations. Oh my god, you just paid for another game in early access. Here's your reward. I didn't buy a $40 game, so I'm smarter than all of you. So it's $40 on Steam, right? Yeah. God damn. Steve crashing it. That's a fake, Steven. Come on, bro. Is Steven even in the Discord anymore? Damn. People in the Civil War over Narc versus Pirate Software. 49. So, in talking about the board thing earlier, it is true. When he said things like the board began directing actions I cannot ethically agree with or carry out, this is the board. The board is Stephen Sheriff as chief executive officer and secretary, so CEO and secretary. And the CFO or chief financial officer is John Moore, his husband. This is on Reddit as well. So he lied, but also he didn't lie because now the owners of the assets have come for his money, or have come for seizing things because they were not given their loan payments. Yeah, see, people are catching on. People are catching on to the sale of the house. The board taking control over Steven. Oh my god. Oh, dude, this is what I'm talking about. I posted this video day before the announcement. It's not bad. Just like fucking demolished, dude. Oh god. I don't know, Chad. I was not playing the first day of everybody listening from shit. What the fuck's happening in the US? There's a lot of bullshit happening, bro. Do you think he actually wanted to scam people? If he got so many loads, wasn't there a better way for him? Well, see, okay, here's the thing. The fact is, he did take out multiple loans and liens on the company. That tells us one thing. He needed money to fund the development of the game. But he couldn't make the payments anymore. The company couldn't make payments to other companies for, servers and shit anymore. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth, by the way, for those bills. And you could say he tried by taking loans out, but I think this was an extremely irresponsible thing to do as not just the founder, but as the CEO of Intrepid Studios. You just don't do it like that. That's crazy. I don't know if he's like financially illiterate, and that indeed his wealth came from scamming people with pyramid schemes or MLMs. But I think he tried, but then I think he just realized towards the end last year it wasn't sustainable. And that's why he made all those moves, selling his house to his husband, so the asset doesn't belong to him when they come for him, and all this shit. And the fucked up scummy part about this is he could have maybe asked for help or something instead of like posturing and being like, I am spending my money on this. We're fine. We're hiring. And that's the shitty part too. He hired people. They kept, not he, but like the company kept hiring people. They kept onboarding people. They were looking for people. They did get legitimate developers. They got people who worked on MMOs. In the past, they got people who worked on World of Warcraft. They got people who wrote stories for Elder Scrolls Online. They got people who had worked on Guild Wars 2. They had legitimate people, and they onboarded those people. But if he knew where this was going, and you're overhiring or you're being incredibly fiscally irresponsible, I think that does trespass into the territory of scamming. Does that make sense? Like if you are very aware of what the end result is, but you still keep the charade up, I think that then turns into a scam. I think it'd be very different if he had come out last year and been like, hey guys, I have 14 fucking loans and liens on fucking Intrepid Studios. We can't even get our name back. We can't pay our fucking bills. I really want to keep the developers, blah, blah, blah. I really want to make this dream game come true for all of us, but I need help. He didn't say that. He didn't do any of that. He could have, and it's certainly a risk asking for help in such a public setting. You'll probably get ridiculed and shit, right? Or people will help out. And there's just like no in between. So maybe he thought he'd be ridiculed or some shit, or people would start pulling money out or not buying into the game because they hear that the company's having financial issues. So that at that point it's a scam because you're keeping it up to get more money to fund it, but you also know where this is going. Like he isn't being ridiculed now, yeah, but I think there's a certain sense of I feel like reading the DMs and about his behavior behind the scenes. I think there's definitely a big ego. I think there's this psychological need to be the good guy, the hero, right? As some of the people were saying, and that's why he was trying to say, and did in fact say all the right things about MMOs and the game and what he hopes the game is going to be and all that. So I think he didn't want to go out that way. I think he wanted to go in this mysterious way where hopefully people wouldn't find out or delve too much into it, but maybe also underestimate people's capabilities or people's ire, right? To delve into his matter. But I think maybe he wanted to go out in a more abrupt, mysterious way where I don't fucking know. I'm trying to understand his point of view. I'm trying to understand his psychology. Maybe he just wanted to blame it on something else, and that's why he's referring to the board with a capital B and saying, I have no choice. So maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to understand this guy. I personally don't understand his decisions to take out this many loans. It's crazy. Elon Musk syndrome. To me, he seemed like a very trustworthy person. He knew what he was talking about. I watched many dev update videos. I never expected it to be this bad. Yeah, no, I was sharing emails I got from them as a content creator. I was sharing all the things that they were putting on the timeline for development. I mean, I don't think anyone from the outside would have expected it to happen this way. I think you could have maybe predicted something like this happening, but not in this really abrupt, sudden collapse. Again, you're talking about compressing 9 to 10 years of development, community building, and all that into something that happened in less than 5 minutes, right? If you look at the timeline between the posts from the former employees of Intrepid Studios and Margaret Cron's post to the comment saying that everyone's being laid off, that's like 5 minutes. That's crazy. That's just almost unheard of. Even in like the tech space with AI startups and all that shit, that's unheard of. 5 minutes. That's crazy, dude. Like there's always warning signs and shit. And yeah, you could argue that there were warning signs here, but just the way it collapsed was like, wow, that was crazy. I think some people who were expecting this to all fall apart were expecting a more slow collapse or a more slow fragmentation over time, or some sort of announcement that they are stopping. But again, they didn't even make an announcement. There was no announcement. This motherfucker just put it into the general chat and then fucked off. You know? So I understand why people feel not just betrayed and all that, but I also understand why people are super fucking shocked right now. I was certainly very surprised. But once I got over it, I was like, okay, let's just cut past the noise and dive into it, and here we are with this video. The issue is that his family is known for pulling stuff like this, and he worked in the company that is known for scamming folks with his family. Yeah, we briefly talked about that as well early on in the stream, how maybe some people were willing to overlook that because this guy was using questionable money to make a good thing for a lot of people. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be so many studies, I feel like, and videos and video essays about what happened in the past 24 hours. It's going to be interesting. It's a sad state of events to see this happen. The MMORPG market needed a game like this to succeed to prove it was worth investing. This doesn't help it. I just feel bad for Narcman. Okay, so I will agree with Rolling. Yeah, I think he did irreparable damage to not just the MMO space. He did irreparable damage to content creators and channels that were built on this product. He also did betray, people. He also made it, I think, harder for future startups or future developers to get funding because, a lot of people will be very less likely to invest in a Kickstarter or some sort of thing. I don't know the whole story with Narc. I only know like the bullet points. So if what I assume what happened is he got disillusioned, found out some shit, and I can sympathize because that's how it went with me for the Elder Scrolls Online about some shit behind the scenes. And then he dipped, and then people called him out or called him crazy or fucking say it was being dramatic probably. That's the gist I'm getting from the whole Narc thing, because everyone's talking about how this guy was right and how he's owed an apology. And yeah, I mean, that's unfortunately the way it goes, though, How disillusioned must be and the MMO players that kept investing in an obvious scam. All future startups are going to be viewed with a heavy grain of salt. This could bring in regulations behind early access releases. I think Steam kind of has that, sort of. But I think if they decide to refund everybody like they did with the day before, again, for Ashes of Creation, I think they're going to be much more stringent, potentially, about it. I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping for those of you who did buy Ashes of Creation early access, or sorry, Alpha 2 early access on Steam, you do get a refund. I hope Steam is benevolent once again in recognizing this was beyond the rug pull, really. This was premeditated fucking financial crime, bro. I hope they recognize that. I hope they recognize the unique and extraordinary circumstances of this event that's transpired in the past day and refund people their $40. And maybe people will spend that $40 on Steam. They probably will. But I hope they do. But unfortunately for the Kickstarters and people like me who bought into it through the official Ashes Creation website, actually, is their website even up right now? I'm kind of curious. Or is it like dead? I don't think there's a chance of people seeing their money in that case. Yeah, no, the Ashes Creation website is still up. Oh, wait. Yeah, this was what Fatal was adding me about. A director's letter to the citizens of Vera. Okay. We know that some of you are frustrated right now. We feel that. You've been candid about the issues impacting your experience. You deserve clarity and honesty in return. The impact of RMT bots and cheating on fan. Oh my god, that's crazy in hindsight, considering he was in on it. Considering Steven was in on it with the RMT people. PvP and corruption systems that don't feel consistent or fully realized. Yeah, they were not consistent. Issues surrounding caravans, crates, risk versus reward gameplay. Content and system bugs that interrupt gameplay. Okay. Systems evolve, blah, blah, blah. We moved our upcoming development update on Twitch to February 13. You've joined us on a journey, not a finished road. I think the road is finished, guys. I think the road's gonna fucking fall apart. I think the road construction work is, I think the workers went home. You've joined us on a journey, not a finished road. Oh my god. Okay. This is so fucked up, though. Oh my god. I don't know. Camera. I don't have a camera command. The road is an incomplete bridge. It's not even it's not anything at this way. This is gone. I've just never seen anything like this happen in this way. There was apparently an article last September, about all this shit. Okay, what are these guys? I'm gonna go back in one more time and look around, or listen around.
The game got me with the sandbox.
PvE, and then at the end they have like the wildy, and you go out to the wilderness, full loot PvP. There you go. They should have fucking done that shit.
It's a bit old.
The problem with Ashes was like the best way to do gathering was just to kill other people who were gathering shit. To be honest,
and then if you got clever, all you had to do was just summon your fucking horse, and you can corrupt someone.
The Lord of the Rings MMO is actually pretty decent if you're bored.
Like, there's no point being a gathering.
What
do they call it? If you're a PvE player, you're just an idiot, basically.
Fuck all this games, and even the new Latro MMO that was supposed to be coming out is no longer coming out.
Well, that
the goal, but wasn't the goal for
good, but...
wasn't the goal for the PvE versus PvP thing meant to be like a setup where you had people kind of guarding the PvE crafter?
Yeah, it was emergent gameplay.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
Well, of course it didn't work, because I mean, all the way back to fucking 2003 SOE, SWG, GTEF was a thing. Like the root problem with this, which isn't really a problem as much as somebody said a second ago, it's the friction attraction that PvPers have, is that most.
Someone suggested calling Steven.
No, I didn't forget. Nephis, yo bitch ass, you're next.
You think he'll pick up, chat? Hold on. Let me try to find this shit. At least I can still be excited about Chronicles of Illyria. Oh, shit. You guys crack me the fuck up. You guys are hilarious. The number you've tried to reach is... Okay, so I found the original message, bro. This is the original message that he put in and he just fucked off. He's offline. Guild Wars 3, bro. Right, MMO, bro. Gamers will never learn. Just play something good that's in front of you. Oh my god. Do you guys want to... Hold on, let me try calling him. Oh, I'm not a friend with him, so I can't call him. You guys want to see a meme Brian made in our Discord server? That really made me laugh hard. Look at this. You're always welcome home. Ashes of Creation Refugee. Ashes of Creation Refugee. The other... That's so good. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god. Bro, I'm not even gonna get into it because that shit's also a festering shithole behind the scenes. It's been crazy. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real with you, chat. I'm not feeling MMOs anymore. I don't know. I don't want to fucking play World of Warcraft, bro. I don't want to play WoW. I don't want to play Final Fantasy. I mean, Guild Wars 2 is probably like the most fucking decent option. But like, I don't know, man. Just play Warframe, bro. I've been playing a little bit of Soulframe, but I don't know. Shit, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it anymore, chat. We were playing. I was planning to make a new YouTube channel as well, not for like just gaming, but like just some shit. But for this channel, I don't know, man. I am waiting for like the Total War Warhammer 40k and Dawn of War 4. But the MMO space, I don't feel it. I don't feel it anymore, man. Grim Dawn's a good ARPG. You have hope for Amazon's Lord of the Rings Online. They canceled that shit like what 2 times now at this point. Who knows? Warframe and Guild Wars 2 are your go-to. Warframe would be good if it didn't force me to grind shit I don't like doing. You play Genshin for the monoculture. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna play MMOs anymore. I'll check out Warframe. I think the last time I played Warframe was when it came out, bro. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play with Warframes anymore. Or not Warframes. I'm not MMOs anymore. What are my 30? So fucking never. Warframe has tons of content. Shit. I'll try it out. I mean, I've been trying like Soulframe, and Soulframe I think is kind of good. I'm okay with it. It's just the navigation in the world kind of feels a little weird, but maybe it's because I'm not used to Soulframe or I haven't really played Soulframe much. Isn't Game of Thrones coming out with an MMO? I have no... Are they? No way. No way they're coming out with MMO. Who's fucking making it? HBO? Here, let's see. Game of Thrones King's Road is an upcoming open world MMORPG developed by Netmarble. Netmarble. The fuck is who the fuck is Netmarble, chat? Who the fuck are you? I swear if it's Korean, I can say this as a Korean. I'm not interested. Who the fuck is Netmarble? What? I can't even access their website. What is this shit? Who? Ah, it's fucking Korean. I'm good. All right. Here, let me read it in Korean for you guys, okay? Netmarble 주식회사. Netmarble Corporation is a South Korean game developer and publisher founded by this dude. Bang Junhyuk, okay. What the fuck? Acquired by CJ Group? Really? The hell? Nah, it's Korean. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm gonna tell you as a Korean, don't play Korean MMOs. Unless it's like the day Korean MMOs are like actually good and not pay to win or extremely fucking like credit card heavy, I'll fucking take back everything I've said about Korean MMOs, dude. Netmarble is NetEase's little brother. NetEase's escaped testicle. Do I not miss rating at all? Honestly, I don't miss the rating itself. I think I miss maybe like the people experience, but that's about it. I feel like with the amount of effort you can put into online rating, you can like do something like I did. Get some fucking. We got 4 chickens in the backyard. We got a greenhouse. Becca got me a greenhouse. We got planters. We got fucking crops to grow, bro. Like, and I get more out of it. We don't even buy eggs anymore, by the way. That shit is crazy. I don't know if you guys are in Discord, but let me show you a picture of how many eggs I fucking came home to. I was away in Georgia for business, and this is how many eggs I came home to, bro. That's how many eggs we got while I was gone. It's fucking free eggs. All right, look at that shit. Make as many scrambled eggs and fucking omelets, French toast, boiled eggs. What else can you do with eggs? Deviled eggs? Bake with the eggs? Yeah, we never buy eggs anymore. It's crazy. Fucking infinite egg hack. IRL Stardew Valley. Yeah, I have a life, but I don't know. Like, I certainly miss the people experience. No, I would love to play. No, Becca and I were really looking forward to Ashes of Creation. That's what I'm saying here, right? Like, we were like, oh, that could be where, you know. And here's the thing with Ashes of Creation: a lot of people quit other MMOs or quit MMOs or games we played, and we all said, hey, let's just rendezvous back in Ashes of Creation. And now it's gone. So it's like, where else are we gonna go, bro? We're gonna fucking have how are we gonna you know what I mean? Like, where else are we gonna go? Fucking Call of Duty? Shit. It's a mobile game that just happens to accept your credit card, yeah. While you're raiding the ESO studying the blade. Shots? We don't give our chickens any shots. We haven't given them any shots yet. What can't you do with eggs? I don't know. Prosing daily versus IRL. But no, I've been growing cabbages and shit and fucking sesame leaves. Right now it's winter, so I'm not growing anything. But Becca got me a greenhouse. And we assembled it yesterday. It took a lot of effort. It's a 6x6 greenhouse, and I'm hoping to grow some shit in there too. You had to, but it was a 4-H thing when I was in school. Oh, yeah, okay. Becca, we're out of chicken. We're out of the chicken coop. They made you give them antibiotics and whatnot. Okay. From gamer to farmer, there. At the YouTube channel. Sure, I could. But when I'm about like playing MMOs, I'm like, I don't know any MMO that I want to play. Guild Wars 2 is like the only decent option out there. Maybe I'll be in online, but like even that, I don't know. I think we're done. Oh my god, I still have Ashes Creation installed. I like how Fear reviewed the game today. 112.8 hours later. Not recommended. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Shit. I don't know, man. I still have this installed. Should I just keep it installed? What will happen? Steam will just unlist it, right? And you can't even access it anymore. Horror games? Yeah. What's the meta for farming chickens, bro? None. We got them when they were a day old. We had 5 chicks, but one of them, Patty, she just inexplicably died. And I think that's the scary part with chickens. They're easy to keep, but they're also easy to, like, susceptible to death. We think she, like, grew too fast and got a fucking heart attack, and combined with that, with the summer heat, I don't know. You'll get a windfall from a class action lawsuit. I don't think... Okay, even if there's a class action lawsuit, I think most people will only see, like, a tiny little fraction of what they put into this game. And even then, I don't know who you're going to sue. Who are you going to sue? Who are you going to sue? Like, I have a question. If there's any legal experts in the state of California in chat, which I don't think it's likely. Can you even sue for this? Probably not. Because this motherfucker's put it all with the company. He's even sold his house to his partner to keep the house from creditors. I don't know what the fuck. Like, there's no legal recourse, I feel like. Here's what Fatal said. Bro living in a $7 million house, but game goes under because of funding. What a piece of shit human being. Oh my god. Oh, there goes my dog. But yeah, I think we're done. I'm gonna uninstall. Let's go Game of Thrones War for Westeros. Oh, the mobile game. But yeah, I think we're done with the MMO space. I think I'm done playing MMOs, you know? So, and I still have Ashes installed on Steam. I'm gonna uninstall it right here, right now. Would you like to uninstall Ashes Creation from the service, from this device? Yes. All right. God damn. Dude, it was 140 gigabytes. I got 140 gigabytes back. Easy. Oh, it's not a mobile game. You popped on my YouTube, by the way, so I joined you. Hell yeah, dude. Welcome in. Feel free to join in our Discord server. We're all talking about this shit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream here. Because I think I don't know. I don't really have any more things to say about this shit. I was going to play Neo 3 today, the demo. And, but I think I'd rather get this video out. I'm going to edit it real quick and publish the YouTube video, and we'll see what happens. I think there's going to be more shit that's going to come out. I don't know. I don't know what else could come out, though. This guy was fucking crazy. Time to get on your Osu arc, Nephis Opa. What? What the fuck is Osu? Is it that the beat shit? Something's really bothering Gur. Everything always bothers Gur. He barks for no reason. Like, he'll bark at the wind. So, like, you guys want to see the dog? You guys want to see the dog before I go edit the video? Hold on. Well, can I even, like, do this? Look at him. What are you barking at? Huh? Gert, did you know Ashes of Creation is being shut down? Do you care? How much do you put in? Look at him. Chihuahua. Yeah. He needs to get groomed. All right. What are you barking at? Nothing? I think he's going to be the worst guard dog when something actually happens. Because he always barks at nothing. So we always are going to assume it's nothing until, like, 3 fucking people burst into the window. We hear him barking. And we're like, oh, is this Gur? Being Gur. What level is he? He's a level 1 tank. Yeah. Freaks. He's the one who bought the $10,000 pack, bro. It's a treat. You guys want to see him do tricks? Well, not tricks. I don't know if it's correct. Tricks. Hold on. Sit. Oh, wait, you're already sitting. Down. He went down. Up. Stand. Ah, stand. Okay. That was kind of standing. Spin. Spin. Ow. Spin. No, that's paw. Spin. Spin. Gur, spin. Hold on. Spin. Spin again. Spin. 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 Let's jump. Spin. Sit. Down. Up. Sit. Spin. Paw. Paw. Down. No, that's paw. Down. Down. Ah, down. Stand. Stand. No, that's spin. You're making me look really bad here, Gert. But yeah, we'll call it here. Why Master made me do this shit? Isn't it easier to just feed me treats? It's like, oh, I've done loads. But yeah, I'll end the stream here and I'll publish the video from the stream. Keep an eye out if you're in the Discord server. If you're not in the Discord server, join it. And I'll see you guys soon. Shit. Let's see. Is there anyone we can raid? Is there anyone we can raid today? Ah, Gur. What about Ari? I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day, and don't get scammed. Or rug pulled